Hey guys, so I just got back from getting my delivery, my order from Tallgrass Farm for all my greens, and I got a few peppers. So what I've been doing with that, I'm trying to get to the point where I'm growing enough food to feed myself, plus to grow enough food to make all the meals that I make for the farmer's market. I'm a vendor at the farmer's market, if you didn't know, but yeah, so I'm trying to grow enough food to feed myself and be able to make enough food for the farmer's market, and to also have a little bit extra left over to, sell greens or whatever at the market too. All right, so I'm kind of in the middle right now. I'm still learning how much I need to plant, but so I kind of been filling in with my local greens from Tallgrass Farm. And then some of the other stuff that I'm just not growing right now, like I got the sweet peppers from him, and I got that beautiful purple cauliflower that he had, a couple weeks back, and stuff like that. But anyway, so y'all want to see what I got? Get so excited when I get my little order. So I have some kale right here. I have 5 bites of kale. Then I have some collard greens that I use for all the wraps that I make. And then I have some arugula. Love arugula. I think pretty much my 2 favorite mature greens are the arugula and the dandelion. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love bitter greens. I love the flavor of them. But so that's the order that I got today. And y'all want to see some of the stuff I have going on in my kitchen? All right, so right over here, I have soaking right now. I have some buckwheat, and then I have alfalfa and the fenugreek. So these I'm gonna drain them tonight and let them start sprouting. Now the buckwheat, I think what I'm gonna do with that, I think I'm gonna take it and make some kind of little raw cereal out of it, and maybe make some fresh almond milk. I haven't done that in like forever. So that's my plans for that. And I'll show y'all when I make it, so y'all can see what I make. And then I also have some wheat seeds soaking for some Regivalac. This will be drained tonight, and then I will sprout it for a couple days, and then add more water to it to let it start making the Regivalac. Good stuff. Love Regivalac. And then over here, I have some sunflower that's sprouting, just about ready. I'll probably plant that one tomorrow. And then some barley. And then I have some wheat right here that's pretty much ready. You see that? Sprouted pretty good. So I'm covering back a little bit. And then I'll show y'all what I have growing. I have the sunflower, some pea, some radish, the China rose radish, more sunflower, more pea, some purple radish on the end, some amaranth. And then in the trays that are covered, I have some cabbage, some red daikon, some leek, more amaranth, and what's over there? Some broccoli. And then I need to plant a couple more trays. But yeah, so all of those are covered. I'm kind of like low right now on what's ready, but I should be okay. I should be good with it. I kind of got a little behind on it, but not bad. But anyway, so that's coming along. So I had a request for a video, and let me move this out of the way. And y'all, the lighting in here at night, I'm gonna learn eventually. I need to really try and get to where I can make the videos earlier, because at night it's like that glare's coming down the back of me, so excuse the glare. Oh, and I do have my alfalfa still right here. I'll show y'all. That's drying in this big bowl. See, I love alfalfa. And then I have another sunflower on the edge. I'll show y'all. You see, I just have them kind of sitting right here. But anyway, all right, so yeah, but excuse the glare in the back of me. Okay, so I got a request for a video, and when I get them, I really like to do them, whatever y'all request. I may not get to right away, but I try and get to them. So the request was, Lynn, how do you feel eating the way you do? All right, how do you feel eating the way you do? You know, eating all the microgreens and juicing the grasses and all that. Okay, so how do I feel? I feel great. I feel amazing. But really, let's start with, I don't know, let's start with the energy. Let's talk about that. I have a really good sustained energy all day, which I love. You know, there's no ups and downs like I used to get, before I went, before I started the whole living foods thing. But just a good sustained energy all day. But it's not that that jittery feeling, that unsteady feeling, that nervous type energy. It's not like that, It's just a good, happy energy where you can get everything done that you want to get done. I'm going to be 49 this year. I have 3 grandkids that I take care of a lot. They're always with me while their mommy goes to work. But I take care of them, and y'all, they're like really, really, really energetic. I think I've told y'all that before. They're like bounce off the walls, full of energy, So they never stop. So I never stop with them. But so I take care of them, and then I do the farmer's market, like I said earlier. And y'all, that is like a full-time job in itself. It really is. I have that one day of market, which is on Saturdays. And let me move this up a little bit. I feel like I'm slouching. It's bothering me. Is that better? I don't know. Shoot. I don't know which is better. But anyway, so yeah, I do the farmer's market, and that pretty much takes me all week to do it. It's like, it really is a full-time job for me. It takes hours each week to get prepared for that one day of market. And on top of that, I have my grandkids with me. So I have, babies on my hip at the market, and, running around after them and stuff. And so it gets kind of crazy. It really does. But I love it, and I love taking care of my kids, and it's just amazing. I wouldn't have it any other way. And the fact that they're actually, growing up in the market means a lot to me. It really does. They're learning the importance of growing your own, of getting local food, and that's a big deal. So I'm just ecstatic that they're there with me, But so my energy level's great. Let's see what else. Just focus, clear-minded, just real clear-headed, just being able to, focus on whatever I'm doing, and staying, driven with that. And I think that one of the biggest deals for me has been that. Now, maybe that doesn't go with really how I feel. I think she was talking more like physically, but I'm going to throw this in there, all right? But my intuition has really, really strengthened. Like through the roof. And I know that that's because of the way I eat. I know it is because, before when I was eating, the vegan diet, cooked food diet, I wasn't so in tune to my body. I wasn't so in tune to what I needed. And it's like, when I found living foods, well, I always feel like, living foods found me. That's how I feel like. But when we came together, let's put it that way, I feel like just everything just opened up to me. My mind just opened, and everything became just so clear, on how I wanted to live, and it just keeps evolving, So I really think that when you're putting in a lot of toxic food in your body, it's not just hurting you physically. It's working up here too. Everything gets clogged up, not just your body, but your mental state too. And I think that really closes you up from being who you can really be, It really closes you up. And I think when you start adding all this in, especially, guys, especially the living foods, there is a difference between raw foods and living foods. There is a difference in it. And when you're adding in these living foods, all your microgreens and the sprouts and the grasses and the Rejuvilac, fermented foods, all of this stuff, it really does just open everything up, So I've become really more intuitive, to what I need, and that's been really great. And just feeling that, I don't know, that just feeling balanced, just feeling good in my skin. You know what I mean? You really know what I mean? Just feeling good in my skin. I didn't feel this way when I ate a primarily cooked food diet. I just didn't feel this way, But now, like I said, I'm going to be 49 this year, and age really doesn't bother me. It's just a number. I think it's more important on how you feel and how you look at things. And eating this way just really makes me feel good, and I feel good in my own body. And I didn't have that feeling when I was in my 20s, my 20s and 30s. It just wasn't like that. And I know that living foods was a big part of getting me to that point, where I am now. And I just love it, But back to more on the physical level, my periods got better. I talked about that before in one of my other videos, but I used to have really, really bad cycles. They were just, y'all, they were horrific. Pain, not wanting to get out of bed, and all that's gone now. It's all gone. And just that sporadic, eating that I used to do, all of that's gone. All the ups and downs and all the crazy cravings and never being satisfied, all of that, all of that is just gone. But, and I think too, what has really, helped me and to feel that balance, that has really got me to where I'm at today, is the fact that I try and eat in balance, if you want to feel balanced, you have to eat balanced. You get what I'm saying? But I want to share this with y'all. There's this verse that I love, all right? When my dad died, and this was years ago, but when he died, it was really, really hard. And any of you that have lost a parent know it's really a tough thing. But I was in the dollar store one day, and we were on our way to the cemetery, and we had stopped in there, and I found this little plaque, and on it, the verse was, I'm going to read it to you, okay? There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to heal. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build. But on the plaque itself, it just had, there's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. And y'all, that just, it really, really helped me. After that, it was like, I don't know, I just seen things more clearly, after I read that. It was like, okay, when he was here, that was his season to be here, and he's gone. Now he's going into his next season, on a new journey. And that really got me through it when I started looking at things like that. And now, when I think of that verse, I think of just being in balance, that there's a season for everything, right? Look at Mother Nature, a season for everything. Y'all, nature is always right, okay? She is always right. She makes me get teary-eyed, but she's never wrong, you know. She may be slow sometimes, but she's always right, always right. And the fact that, you know, foods grow at different times, you know, that's a big thing when you think about it. There's a reason behind that, you know. There's a reason behind that. So that way, I mean, how I look at it, you know, you kind of, well, now, you know, we get food from all over the world shipped in, but if you're, you know, growing your own food and you're buying locally, then you see more that, you know, there's a season for everything, okay? And that kind of forces you into, you know, eating what's in season, which is a good thing. So that way you get a good variety in your diet. That's the point I'm trying to make, okay? I'm kind of going around with it, but that's the point I'm trying to make, you know. I think what has helped me, you know, get so imbalanced, feel so good in my skin is that I eat in balance, you know. I'm not just doing a ton of fruit every day and leaving out the greens, you know, or I'm not just doing all greens and not getting any fruit in, you know, and I have the fats in. I'm not trying to cut the fat way out and not taking in any fat. You know, I try and find, you know, a middle to all of it that's gonna work for me in my life, you know. Now, sure, do I eat more living foods, you know, the sprouts and the microgreens and the grasses, well, juiced grasses and all that? Yes, that is the bulk of my diet, but I still take in the fruits and the fat, you know, because they are important. It's important that we get the whole balance in there, you know. But the reasoning behind why I do so much of the living foods is because of what we're calling it. You know, they're living foods. You're cutting it right out of the tray. You know, it still has all of that energy in there. You know, all of its nutrients are still intact. It hasn't been sitting, you know, on the shelf in the produce department for a couple weeks maybe, you know. It's fresh. I mean, so you're going to get more out of it. And I think that's why I feel such a balance, is because of the way I eat, you know. So that's been a biggie, you know, just having that balance, feeling that balance, feeling good in my own skin, you know. That's been the biggest thing. But yeah, physically, yeah, the periods have got better. The cravings have pretty much gone away. What else? I used to have like some sinus issues, you know, that's pretty much gone away. And another big thing, which I kind of forget about, which is kind of a big thing, you know, I used to be a lot heavier. I talked about that too in a previous video, but I was about 179, I guess, and that's really heavy for my frame. I have a small frame. And but yeah, you know, so the weight came down. It's like when you put the right diet in your body that's right for you, in the right balance, everything just works out, guys. I cannot stress that enough. And you will find that balance. You will. You just have to keep adding in the living foods, you know, getting your system cleaned out, and things will open up to you, and you will find your way. You can always find your way no matter what, okay? It really does happen. What else? And just, you know, the whole, and I want to talk about that too for a second. I know I'm kind of jumping from subjects right now, but what helps a lot too with all of the living foods, I mean, think about it. When you cook your food, you of course you're still going to have some nutrients left in there, okay? You're going to have some nutrients in there, but a lot of it is destroyed, you know. But one of the big things is that life energy is gone out of there. All right, it's gone. You cannot get that back. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot get that back. Okay, I mean, just like I know vegans, don't get mad at me for using this as an example, I know, but like when someone kills an animal, when you kill an animal to eat it, you kill it, you're going to cook it. Sure, you're going to have a few, I guess you will, a few nutrients, if you want to call it that, left in there, but that life energy is gone, right? It's dead, it's gone. So just like when you cook your food, you're losing that energy out of that food. And I think that takes away, if you're doing a primarily cooked food diet, I think that takes away from your vitality. I really do, y'all. I'm not down on the whole cooked food thing. If you're sitting there and you're like, well, Lynn, I do half raw, I do half cooked, and I feel great. If that balance works for you, that is wonderful. But the only thing I'm saying is, I think raw foods needs to be in there for you to really have that balance. I think it really needs to be in there. And especially, your living foods, your sprouts, your microgreens, the wheatgrass, the barley grass. Okay, but that's my take on it. But I think that's why I feel so balanced and happy, is because of all of the living foods and the fact that I really try and have that variety in my foods, the fats, the fruits, the greens. I take them all in. And then I do like Rejuvelat too, and I do, like I said, the grasses. Let's see, what else? I think that's it. I talked about the weight, my periods. But yeah, that's it. I just feel great, Does it take a little while to get to that point where you're, really, in that routine and stuff? Yeah, it does. It takes a little bit. Everyone's different, but you will find your way. You always find your way. It's there. And the way I see it, y'all, is that whatever your belief system is, okay, whatever higher power that you believe in, I just, in my heart, I just really feel that, when God sent us here, or whoever you believe in, when that higher power sent you here, okay, he wouldn't have sent you here not equipped, all right? Think about it. You raise your kids, you raise your grandkids, you try and teach them everything they need to know so that they can grow up and be able to survive in this big world, right? To be able to stand on their own 2 feet and be on their own. You try and teach them everything that you can think of so that they can be the best that they can be. Okay, you wouldn't just send them out there and say, go, just go do whatever. You wouldn't do that, no. You love your kids, you love your grandkids. Well, you know what? God loves us just as much, even more so, So he wouldn't have sent us here not prepared, all right? We have everything we need here. Everything we need here, all of the beautiful plants and all the herbs. We have everything we need. And you know what else? We have everything we need in here, okay? We know what to do. That intuition is in there. My gosh, y'all, think about it. You have, the wild animals out there. They don't think about, oh, I need this amount of fat, or I need this amount of carbs, or no, they just eat. They know what they're supposed to eat. They just go out there, they eat until they're full, and then they're done. Then they go about whatever they do, And I think, don't you think that God would have given us even more so that capability to know what we need? Of course, so it's there. You may not feel like it right now. You may not feel like it. I know at one point in my life, I didn't feel like it. When my eating was all over the place and it was crazy, and we all lose our way sometimes. But if you work hard and you add in the living foods and you get your body cleaned out and you just let nature do what she knows how to do, you just let her do what she knows how to do, and things are going to happen, and things are going to get cleared up for you, and you're going to know more. You're going to get more in tune with yourself. You're going to get more in tune with your body. Okay? So I think that's it. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my little timer on the phone. I'm like, oh my God, it's like 25 minutes already. But if I didn't talk about something that you would have wanted to hear me talk about, just feel free to ask, y'all. I don't mind. Just put it in the comments if you want to know something. Oh yeah, something else. Let me throw this in too before I stop it. My skin has gotten better. My skin has gotten, I just feel a lot firmer, that's more physical too. But anyway, my skin's gotten a lot firmer. My muscles have gotten firmer. And I think that goes too with, a lot of the fasting hours that I do every day, that helps with all of that also. But yeah, so that's been nice, But yeah, I think that's it. So, but like I said, if there's anything that y'all would like to know about that I did not talk about, can y'all tell this is like a last minute thing? I was like, okay, I really need to make this video today. So, all right. But I think that's it. But just comment below if you have a question. And don't forget to eat your sprouts and drink your grass. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.